In the previous lesson, we discussed the difference between var, let, and const, and how each one behaves when we declare variables in JavaScript. Now, we're moving on to a new and very important topic, operators. Operators are simple tools that help us perform actions like adding numbers, assigning values, or comparing one thing with another. They are an essential part of writing logic in any program. There are different types of operators. First, arithmetic operators. The second, one assignment operator. The third, one comparison operators. We'll explore logical operators in the next video, so stay with us as we continue building a strong foundation in JavaScript. Arithmetic operators in JavaScript are used to perform basic mathematical operations. The most commonly used ones are plus, dash, asterisk, and forward slash, which represent addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division respectively. These operators are essential for handling numeric calculations in any program, such as updating totals, computing results, or processing user inputs involving numbers. For example, let's declare two variables. Let a equals 3 and let b equals 5. These variables store the values 3 and 5. When we write console.log, a plus b, JavaScript uses the plus operator to add a and b, and it prints the result, which is 8. If we change the operator to like console.log, ab, it subtracts 5 from 3 and gives -2. This shows how the subtraction operator works. Next, if we write console.log, a asterisk b, the asterisk operator multiplies the two values, 3 times 5, and the result printed is 15. Lastly, using the division operator like console.log, is /b, divides 3 by 5, and since it's not a perfect division, it returns a decimal value, 0.6. These arithmetic operators, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, are used whenever you need to perform math in your program, whether it's calculating scores, totals, averages, or any kind of numeric logic. Finally, there's one more important arithmetic operator, the modulus operator %, which returns the remainder after dividing one number by another. For example, when we write console.log 3% 5, it divides 3 by 5. Since 3 is smaller than 5, it doesn't divide even once, so the remainder is 3. Now take another example. Console.log 6% 5. Here, 5 fits into 6 one time, 5x1 equals 5, and the remainder is 1, so the output will be 1. The modulus operator is commonly used in real-world tasks like checking if a number is even or odd, controlling loop steps, or repeating patterns in animations and games. The second type of operator is the assignment operator, and it is used to store a value inside a variable. In the first example, we write let x equals 5, which means we're creating a variable named x and assigning the value 5 to it using the equals operator. When we print it using console.log, x is x, it simply displays x is 5. In the next example, we again declare x with the value 5, but then we update its value by writing x equals 34. This means the previous value, 5, is replaced with 34. So when we print x, now using console.log, x is x, the output will be x is 34. This shows that the assignment operator not only assigns a value initially, but can also be used to update that value later. The third type is comparison operators, which are used to compare two values and return a result in the form of true or false. These operators help in making decisions within the code. Common comparison operators include equals equals, equals equals equals, less than, greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to, and not equals. They are mostly used in conditions like if statements, loops, or anywhere we need to check whether one value is equal to, greater than, less than, or not equal to another. We start by declaring let y equals 3, z equals 7, and checking y equals z, which returns false because the values are not equal. Then we set y equals 3 and z equals 3, and check y double equals z, which returns true because both the values are the same. So triple equals more strict. To note that strict comparison also checks type, and update z equals 3, a string, Then test both y double equals z and y triple equals z. The first, y double equals z, returns true because it only compares values and converts types if needed, while the second, y triple equals z, returns false because although the value is the same, the types are different. One is a number and the other is a string. This shows how double allows type conversion, while triple quals is more strict and compares both value and type. Now by declaring two variables, let y equals 3 and let z equals 6. When we use the comparison y less than z, JavaScript checks whether the value of y is less than the value of z. Since 3 is indeed smaller than 6, the result is true. This demonstrates how the less than operator works when comparing two different numeric values. Next, using the same values, we check y greater than z, which means is y greater than z? In this case, 3 is not greater than 6, so the result is false. This helps us understand that the greater than operator will only return true when the first number is strictly larger than the second. In the next part, we update our variables. Let y equals 8 and let z equals 6. Now, when we check y greater than or equal to z, we are asking whether y is greater than or equal to z. Since 8 is clearly greater than 6, the result is true. This shows how the greater than equal to operator checks for both conditions, either being greater or being equal. Then we test the same operator with equal values, y equals 8 and z equals 8. When we evaluate y greater than equal to z, the result is still true because even though y is not greater, it is equal, which satisfies the condition. This confirms that the greater than equal to operator returns true if either value is greater or equal. Finally, using the same equal values, y equals 8, z equals 8, we check y greater than equal to z, which means is y less than or equal to z. Again, the result is true because even though y is not less than z, the values are equal, and the less than or equal to operator also allows equality. If you're facing issues, watch it again. Now, as your final task, try checking the last comparison using the not equal to operator written as exclamation mark followed by equal sign on your own. This is your small assignment. Test how it works when the values are equal and when they're different. Also, stay tuned because in the next video, we will talk about logical operators, which help combine multiple conditions in your code. If you are enjoying the series and finding it helpful, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends who are also learning. That is all for now. Until the next video, take care and goodbye.